Not too bad.
How you doing?
How's it feel just to get a couple of spring practices in the books for you?
It feels good. It's my third spring. Yeah, 23, 24. Yeah, my third spring. It feels really good just to get back with the guys.
You mentioned it being the third spring. Does it feel any different this time around compared to, the last couple springs?
Yeah, it does feel different. My body feels a little different, like adding more weight. And, like the injuries from the season try to creep into the spring, so I got to get that out. So it's a little different from the springs before.
You mentioned adding weight. Just what was the offseason like for you these last couple of months? What were you focusing on?
I wanted to focus on my run game, and so with that, I needed to add weight, power, lean muscle. So I got with the nutrition and strength staff to get me right. I was plus 9 pounds. I went from like 240 to 249.
I don't think we've talked to you since you officially decided to come back. Just what went all into that decision to come back another year instead of maybe looking to the NFL or whatever?
Yeah, I sat down with my coach. We looked through all the film. We just wanted to see what I can work on. There was a lot of things I worked on. So I'm not a complete player. And then we was looking at the edge rushers in the draft and everything like that. And I just ultimately talked to God and decided to come back.
How do you improve your consistency this spring?
Just got to stay with the routine. Stick with the routine. It's hard to because it's my third spring, my fourth year. So I think with the consistency is just find a routine and stick with it.
What are the early impressions of Marvin Jones?
Nah, I love that guy. Boy from South Florida. I knew of him, but I didn't know him personally. But
yeah,
better guy knowing him now. And yeah, just like I'm already I don't know I already knew how he was going to act, but it was kind of like surprising even when you first meet him still. So it's like kind of like that.
Excited to play with him.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Yeah.
With three-year and four-year starters like Danny and Billy leaving this defense, who steps up into those roles?
Absolutely, like Kip, Kobe, RJ, step up for Billy's position. Kobe and Kip stepping up for Danny's position. He was lost, but how they was behind him, taking notes and getting little details from them, they bring back like Billy and Danny are still here.
Those are the next guys. What about leadership-wise? Does it take somebody else, or somebody that like yourself that's been starting to step into those leadership roles?
Those same guys I mentioned, and me also to lead. We have our different ways of leading, but ultimately they're not going to be like Team 130. But Team 131 has a new leadership, and same guys, including me, Dom, G Baby, all those seniors. But the freshmen are coming in and leading too.
Any surprise of the way those guys performed in Indianapolis at the Combine?
Not yet. Danny's fast. We knew that, but 4.2 or no, my bad. 4.52. I'm
4.2.
Sorry, 4.2. Ethan running 4.7 at 270. Billy running 4.4. We knew those guys, but this is more exciting to see them do it and how we're so close. 1 year apart, that's going to be us next year.
You talked about Marvin. What about Danny coming into his second year? Just what's standing out about him?
Yeah, Danny's a beast. He always been athletic, and for him to get the calls and the plays down and know what he's doing, he's just going to be even a better player.
I was going to say, what's important for him this spring? Yeah. You kind of touched on it there, but where can he grow, or what's important for him?
Like getting the line, getting the calls. It's just we install aggressive, so for him to know the calls and just play free, that's going to be the big thing for him.
What about PJ? Everyone's always really excited about him. Obviously, look how long he is and everything.
Yeah.
What about him? What kind of jump is he capable of making?
Yeah, absolutely. Get him healthy. He's going to be a player to watch out for in this upcoming year.
What young guys are there they're standing out so far through practices?
Leak, I see him stand out a lot. Michael Hawkins' brother. We have Eli Bowen always standing out. You got a linebacker. You got James Nesta standing out. You got Wyatt Gilmore standing out. Obviously Danny Okoye standing out. And then you got Jaden Hardy standing out too. Those are my, I'd say 5 or 6 guys right there.
What kind of advice do you have for PJ? You were that young guy that couldn't stay healthy and to fight through it. What's been your words for him?
Yeah, take all the time you need. Make sure, because it's the ankle, so it's like we use the D-line, stretches our ankle a lot, getting in difficult positions to have that ankle flexibility. So strengthen it. It's going to be hard. I know some days I didn't want to go to the training room, but you just got to stick through it. Find that routine and be consistent with it. It's going to be hard, but something we got to get done to if he wants to have the season he wants to have.
Any thoughts on Kendall Daniels early this spring?
A beast.
Yeah.
6'4", 240. Oh yeah, that's a beast right there. That's all I can say.
What was your first impressions of Coach Venables announcing that he's going to call the defense?
It's kind of like a trying to find a word for it. Like a pre-assumed position already. So yeah, we already kind of knew that, but him coming out and saying it was big was huge.
What do you think? Obviously, it's been his defense the last couple of years, but just what is he going to be able to bring as a play caller this year?
That quickness. He already knows what he wants, so he can just say whatever he needs to say.
As a guy coming off the edge, when you look at the group inside, the D-tackle room, obviously a lot of key pieces back. Just how much does that excite you as a guy coming off the edge, knowing that interior is in a really good place?
Yeah, that's huge. We were talking about the Power Rangers the other day. Kind of, we want to get like that status, that brotherhood, and that dominance on the D-line, like how Clemson had with Coach V years before. So that's huge for all G-Baby, Dom, Jaden Jackson coming back.